Friends, Jenna, sinful celluloid, alcohol, the devil's wedding night. We begin with our friend Smoking Jacket in his library. His twin brother busts in. Sideburns. He's just rambling about gambling debts and nonsense when Smoking Jacket is like, shush! Let me tell you about the long-lost Ring of Nibblehuggins. It's not really Nibblehuggins, but I don't know what he's saying, so that's what we're gonna call it. The Possessor, which by the way over the years has been such luminaries as Attila the Hun and Alexander the Great. As long as you renounce love, you can basically control the world. I'ma find it, I'ma put it in a museum. His brother's like, great, cool, where are you gonna go to get it? It's in Transylvania. You can't go to Transylvania, that's vampire country. Don't worry about it. I have an amulet, something blah, Demon Pazuzu. It's gonna protect me from supernatural shenanigans. I shall be safe, dear brother Sideburns. P.S. I'll be at Castle Dracula if you need me. So, horses, he goes off to find the Ring of Nibblehuggins, and he makes it to an inn. The innkeeper's daughter brings him up to his room. Tomorrow night is the night of the virgin moon. Interesting, virgins, you say. What's that about? Every 50 years, 5 virgins from the town are chosen to go back up to the castle, and nobody knows what happens, but they're never seen again. He's like, I'm safe for that for 2 reasons. 1, I have a magic amulet from the Demon Pazuzu. 2, I'm a sex machine. Next day, Smoking Jacket makes it to Castle Dracula. He's greeted by a young lady. She moves like this and talks like this. We're gonna call her Lady Molasses because she's slower than molasses in January. She leaves him to his own devices to wait for Dracula. He finally gets tired, goes to wander around the castle. Oh, holy hell, where's my amulet? I must have lost it. Hitting on the innkeeper's daughter. Cut to, she finds it in the bed. He doesn't have his amulet to protect him against supernatural forces anymore. He hears a screech outside. It's probably a bat. It's probably Dracula. He finds Lady Molasses in a coffin. He thinks she's dead, rightfully so. Somebody's skulking in the shadows. He runs, finds a mausoleum. As one does when one visits Castle Dracula. Creepy organ music begins to play. He books it back to the castle, and who does he find? Countess Dracula, just banging out a jaunty tune on the old organ. Your housekeeper's dead. I saw her in a coffin out in the garden. I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. My housekeeper is standing right beside you. Of course, there she is, looking all freaking creepy. Him and the countess have dinner. They flirt. She brings him back to her chambers where they get it on. It's fairly gross. He goes to kiss her hand. She's wearing the Ring of Nibblehuggins. And then she turns into a bat. Meanwhile, Sideburns has decided he needs to make his way up to Castle Dracula and check on his bro. Also, the innkeeper's daughter, she's discovered the amulet down there and she wants to bring it back to its rightful owner. Sideburns, he shows up first. He meets the countess and she lies. She straight lies to his face. Yeah, your brother left. Meanwhile, he's coming out from an upstairs hallway and he's about to be like, Sideburns! But he gets beamed on the back of the head with a candlestick. It was Lady Molasses with a candlestick in the doorway. Sideburns is suspicious. They feed him poisoned wine. He goes on an LSD trip worthy of like Timothy Leary. Intercut this with scenes of lesbian sex with Countess and Lady Molasses. Cue nudity, cue smoke machines, cue the loss of my dignity. Then cut to Sideburns is now apparently fine. He's off his LSD. He gets walked to his room by the Countess. She locks him in. He flips out, climbs out a window, snoops around, finds the crypts. He decides to start busting them open. Oh, hey, behind him, some creepy bald dude rises out of a different crypt. They fight. He manages to maneuver open the other coffin, and oh, hey, there's Smoking Jacket just chillaxin'. Sideburns drags Smoking Jacket out of the crypts, gets him to safety. I don't remember anything. I was attacked. I saw you coming up the stairs, and I got banged in the old noggin. Sideburns is like, well, where's your friggin' amulet? I don't have it. I lost it at the inn while I was really hardcore macking on the innkeeper's daughter. That's when the innkeeper's daughter shows up. Hey guys, I got your amulet! Right down here, come on again and get it! She gets attacked by Dracula. Sideburns comes downstairs, but she's gone. He finds the amulet on the ground. Meanwhile, the Countess is up on the roof with her amulet out, the Ring of Nibblehuggins, and is kind of commanding storms and calling the 5 virgins from the village. Ladies get up in their nighties because apparently there are no dude virgins here, it's all lady virgins. And they walk themselves up to the castle. They get ready for the demons, devils, Dracula's wedding night. Let me just take a drink. Sideburns goes back upstairs once he finds the amulet. His brother's gone. The bed is empty. He goes on a rampage to find his brother. Meanwhile, in the main hall, or something, the Countess is, hey, there's Smoking Jacket. He's like, yup, totally feel like Dracula now. What'd you do to me, lady? Like, basically, you are my husband, reincarnated. He's possessing you. We're gonna get married. We just have to get that pesky virgin sacrifice out of the way. He's like, cool, I really feel like Dracula incarnate. This sounds great. He wants Sideburns to be his best man. He finds Sideburns, attacks him, tries to Dracula-ize him. Meanwhile, Lady Molasses has all of the virgin sacrifices. She strips them all of their clothes to get maximum nudity, fondles them. They get stabbed by satanic minions. All 5 virgin sacrifices are made. Unfortunately, that's when they march in the innkeeper's daughter. She's to be the ultimate sacrifice. Sideburns and Dracula are fighting. Somebody gets murdered. They're twin brothers. One of them shows up back to the main sacrificial arena and is like, great, let's do this. Let's do this whole Dracula satanic ritual. Countess gives him a sword and is like, great, go kill the innkeeper's daughter. He gets the sword. Countess sees. She can see that bastard's reflection in a mirror. It's Sideburns. It's not Smoking Jacket. It's not Dracula. She orders her minions to attack him. He grabs an axe. He's chopping heads. He kills all the satanic minions. Eventually, everyone ends up on the roof. Innkeeper's daughter, Countess with a Ring of Nibblehuggins, Sideburns. Sideburns gets hit by the magic of the Ring of Nibblehuggins. No, he backwards matrixes toward the edge of the turret. Psych. And he pulls out his amulet and he's like, your supernatural shenanigans don't work on me. He picks up his axe. Wham! Chops off the hand that's got the Ring of Nibblehuggins. She screams and then she disappears. It's very anticlimactic. Cut to day. Sideburns buries his Dracula brother after staking him through the heart, leaves the amulet there as a symbolic gesture. Gets into a carriage where innkeeper's daughter is waiting for him. Yeah, I'm really sad that my brother died. And she's like, cool, I think you're really hot and attractive and also fangs. Bites his neck, kills him, and he's got the ring, right? He drops it out of the side of the carriage into the hand of a servant who's been lurking through this entire movie, has said nothing. His only screen time is punctuated by the dark tones of a bassoon. He gets the ring and he's like, great, I've got the Ring of Nibblehuggins. Scene. Oh, epilogue. A hand comes out of the dirt, grabs the amulet. It's Dracula. It's Smoking Jacket. And he's like, amulet. Scene. The Devil's Wedding Night. Guys, here's what I got out of this movie. The Ring of Nibblehuggins. Lot of female nudity. Lot of boobs. Plethora of boobs. Twins. Twins, Basil. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review because this movie was Really hard to sit through. This is Jenna. Sinful celluloid. Not nearly enough wine. The Devil's Wedding Night. Do not RSVP to this reception.